Continuing my reading of Animal Fact and of Animal Fable, illustrated by Diane deGroat, we're going to be talking about a fish called an archer fish. Here's its picture, and the archer fish in this picture has a quiver of arrows on its back, and it's taking one of these arrows and fitting it to a bow and saying, "The archer fish shoots down its food." Is that a fact or a fable? And I think you're going to be surprised at this one, because it's a fact. The archer fish shoots down insects that live near the banks of streams and ponds. When an archer fish sees an insect, it swims towards it. The archer raises its mouth close to the surface of the water. Then it squirts out a squirt of water. And here's the way it looks. The water drops hit the insect, and the insect falls into the water. One swift gulp, and the insect becomes a meal for the finned sharpshooter. Okay, next. A turtle can walk out of its shell. And here's a picture of a turtle shining up its shell. And let's see whether that's a fact or a fable. You guess. It's a fable. And there's the real picture. When people find an empty turtle shell on the ground, they may think a turtle left it behind and moved into a new one. But that's not true. A turtle can no more walk out of its shell than you can walk away from your ribs. A turtle shell is not just the house it lives in. The shell is really part of the turtle's body. You should not try to take a turtle out of its shell. If you do, the turtle will die. The empty shells you may find on the ground are the remains of turtles that have died. Okay, here's my next animal fact, animal fable. A wolf lives alone. And here's a wolf in its den. And the signs around its den say, "Lone wolf, scram, no trespassing, keep out, this means you." Let's see whether that's a fact or a fable that a wolf lives alone. It's a fable. And there's a real picture of a wolf pack. The idea of the lone wolf is just a fable. Perhaps the story came about because single wolves were spotted from time to time raiding flocks and herds. But wolves really live together in close family groups and hunt in packs. They take care. Wolves keep the same mate for life. They are good parents. They take care of their cubs until the cubs are grown. Wolf packs even care for members of the pack that are too old or too sick to hunt. Next animal fact, animal fable. You ready? Take a guess. Some fish can climb trees. And there are some fish hobnobbing with some birds up in the trees. You think that's a fact or a fable? Take a guess. It is a fact. Most fish can't climb trees, but the mudskipper can. And here's a mudskipper climbing a tree. Skippers climb up logs or the branches of trees that lean into the water. Even when out of the water, skippers can breathe air through their gills. The mudskipper lives in many parts of the world. It looks like a mixture of a fish, a tadpole, and a frog. Skippers use their thick front fins to skip about on the land, like this one. And they are looking for insects and other things to eat. Ready? Fact or fable? Crickets tell the temperature with their chirps. And there's a cricket listening to the radio, and the radio is saying, this is cricket radio, is now 96 chirps. Today's temperature will reach 101 chirps. You think that's a fact or a fable? It is a fact. Crickets are animals whose body temperatures change with the temperatures around them. On a hot day, crickets chirp so rapidly that it's hard to count the number of chirps. But on a cool day, crickets chirp much more slowly. We can easily count the times they chirp. Some people say that they can use the number of chirps to find the exact temperature. That's not always possible. A cricket's chirping depends upon not only its age and health, as well as its temperature. Next one is a funny one. Fact or fable? Elephants are afraid of mice. And this mouse is going, boo! And the elephant is going, eek! Is that a fact or a fable? And the answer is fable. We often see mice running about in elephant stalls and zoos. Sometimes the mice come very close to an elephant's trunk. Some people think that elephants are afraid the mice will run up their trunks. But elephants seem to pay no attention to the mice. Even if a mouse did run up an elephant's trunk, it would not hurt the elephant. The elephant would just blow out the mouse with one good sneeze.